Have you ever had to do something that you thought would be a really neat project, and then because of other circumstances, wound up not finishing it? Well, this special audio presentation is a great example of that, and we'll tell you the story. I worked for KTIB Radio in Thibodaux during the 2003 and 2004 calendar year. Going into the 2004 football season, I thought it'd be an interesting idea to try to recreate the first ever regular season New Orleans Saints football contest on audio based on how it could have aired on radio, since unfortunately any known copy of the original radio broadcast just can't be found. But unfortunately, as I was putting the project together, I wound up leaving the radio station for various circumstances, so as a result, the project never got finished. Well, in this year, 2023, I was digging through some old storage containers when I came across 3 cassettes, and one of them just happened to be the unfinished project that I basically had forgotten about. So, with a little bit of more research, in addition to actually finding the script I had for that project back in 2004, we decided to go ahead and finish the project. So what you're about to hear is my original introduction to it as we were producing it back in 2004, along with the recreation of the pregame and the first quarter. Then afterwards, you'll hear our updated production value, which may sound a little bit different, maybe even a little bit better, using different equipment for the remainder of the recreation of the game. So we hope you enjoy this look back at September 17th, 1967, the original Saints game, as we do our best to recreate the magic of old Tulane Stadium. Enjoy.
The following is a 6:40 a.m. KTIB special entitled In the Beginning, the First Saints Game, a documentary designed to recreate the atmosphere and on-field action from September 17th, 1967, when the New Orleans Saints played the Los Angeles Rams in their first ever regular season game. Since the original recording of the game cannot be located, many steps were made to recreate much of the action, though unfortunately not in its entirety. So enjoy this presentation as we look back at the Saints' first steps in the National Football League. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, on this historic day in New Orleans' coveted sports history. This is Al Wester. After 6 rehearsals, better known as preseason games, the New Orleans Saints seem to be ready for the opening curtain in what has been one of the most anticipated arrivals in the Crescent City since the French Quarter was built. It's a beautiful day outside, fair skies with little wind, and a reported air temperature of 86 degrees. To give you a brief understanding of how excited the fans are, stadium programs have already sold out with less than half an hour before kickoff, and many homes surrounding this grand edifice, known as Sugar Bowl Stadium or Tulane Stadium, have been charging about $3 for people to park in their yards. Must be inflation. You can also understand that many dignitaries are here, including the biggest of them all in the NFL, and that, of course, is Commissioner Pete Rozelle here in the press box area. We'll talk more about this grand day in New Orleans sports history right after this commercial break on the Saints Radio Network.
As smooth as a tiger in motion, that's SO Extra. Blended to deliver smooth performance from a cold engine. With more smoothness ingredients than most other gasolines. Get your engine purring with SO Extra.
For man-sized pleasure, this is the one. Get pleasure, false man-size, the most refreshing beer a thirsty man can pour. Yet light enough to leave room for more.
Man-sized pleasure, every premium quality Falstaff you pour. Falstaff always takes extra care to make the finest beer possible, even to cascading every brew over the Falstaff chilling tower, instantly icing down each brew to protect that famous premium quality taste every step of the way, till it's safely capped in and you're ready to enjoy it. Satisfying to your man-sized thirst, light enough to leave room for more.
For man-sized pleasure, this is the one. Premium quality Falstaff beer.
Back with you here from Tulane Stadium as an anticipated crowd of over 80,000 people are expected this afternoon. They easily had over 20,000 in here with 2 hours before kickoff. The Los Angeles Rams are led by head coach George Allen. They flew into New Orleans on Friday, while the Saints, led by Coach Tom Fears, had an abbreviated workout the same day. There are some injury concerns going into today's game. Kicker Charlie Durkee resumed practicing long field goals on Thursday after he pulled a leg muscle in the last preseason game versus the Falcons. In practices held Monday through Thursday, Durkee didn't try any place kicks from longer than 20 yards out, but is ready to play today. Les Kelly, the Saints' #1 draft pick, suffered a knee injury in the preseason contest versus the 49ers on August 26 and didn't play the rest of the preseason in order to get healed for today's game. Rookie receiver and return specialist John Gilliam suffered a hip pointer in the Falcons' preseason game about a week ago, but is scheduled to play. Two key roster changes on defense today. Longtime Baltimore Colt Jackie Burkett starts at right side linebacker for an injured Ted Davis, also a former Colt. And future Hall of Famer Doug Atkins, at age 37, will start at defensive end in place of young Brian Schweda. Speaking of injuries, today's starting quarterback for New Orleans is Billy Kilmer, who, while with San Francisco, suffered terrible leg injuries in a car accident a few years ago and was released in this year's expansion draft. He was penciled in as the third-string quarterback, but has worked his way to the #1 spot and is definitely quite a comeback story. One major concern for the Saints going into this game is the running. They only ran for 1 yard in their preseason meeting with the Rams in Anaheim 6 weeks ago. The Saints are counting on another future Hall of Famer in Jim Taylor to be the workhorse for them this year, with many talented backup runners to relieve him. The Saints threw for 1,200 yards, but only ran for 452 at all 6 preseason games, while the Rams had more of a balance with 983 yards in the air and 904 on the ground. The Saints were 5-1 in their preseason. Their only loss was to these Rams, who were 6-0. Green Bay was the only other unbeaten team in the exhibition season. The Saints are an 11.5-point underdog today, but it doesn't matter what odds makers say, because playing the game is what counts. And we'll bring you the opening kickoff right after this break on the Saints Radio Network.
Falstaff, the clear beer from St. Louis, brings you cream from London.
Falstaff, the first slater. Falstaff, the first slater. The beer that can slay any thirst, any thirst. The beer you reach for first when you want to quench your thirst. Falstaff, the first slaker. Falstaff, the first slaker.
When the tires are humming and the motor bursts and your car is eager and the thought occurs that it's good to be alive in this land of ours. Good to drive in this land of ours. What a great, great feeling, what a wonderful sense of sheer enjoyment and of confidence. For there's something you're aware of, your car's been taken care of. That's the SO sign of confidence. That's the happy motoring sign.
Back here at Chernobyl Stadium, the fans have had a very entertaining pregame orchestrated by Tommy Walker of Disneyland fame. Featured performers included the Hines Junior College High Steppers of Raymond, Mississippi, along with Minority Saints owner and world-renowned musician Al Hurt and his band providing the accompanying tunes. And many of these same acts will be back for more entertainment at halftime. Earlier, the Xavier University Choir sang a stirring rendition of America the Beautiful, followed by our national anthem, and Archbishop Philip Hannon of the New Orleans Archdiocese gave the invocation. While we have a moment, let's listen in to stadium announcer Jack Doland for some of today's introductions.
Let's give a warm New Orleans welcome to our first visiting opponent, the Los Angeles Rams, unbeaten in preseason play. Ladies and gentlemen, let's have a standing ovation for our head coach Tom Pierce, his staff, and the entire New Orleans. At tight end, Jim Kramer. At flanker back, from San Jose State, number 27, Walter Flea Roberts. And at fullback, from Louisiana State University,
Earlier, the actual coin toss was held. New Orleans won the toss and elected to receive. The Rams will be defending the north goal. Hopefully you nice folks listening on the network will be able to hear me over all this crowd noise today. It is packed in this grand old stadium. The Saints will send back two return men, Walter Flea Roberts, a fourth-year veteran formerly of the Browns, and John Riley Gilliam, a rookie from South Carolina State. There's the whistle as the ball is teed up at the Rams' 40-yard line. Bruce Gossett will kick it off, and there it is. The first play is underway as Gilliam gets under it at the 6-yard line, cuts to the defenders and breaks it open at his own 40. He might go all the way as Eli Strand blots out Gossett. The crowd is going crazy as John Gilliam is going all the way for a touchdown. The crowd here is going absolutely crazy. John Gilliam, a somewhat nervous rookie who had a hip pointer injury in the preseason game versus Atlanta a week ago, shows absolutely no signs of being hurt as he goes 94 yards for the first ever touchdown in Saints history. Listen to this crowd. It looks like Les Kelly made the key block early in the run to initially free Gilliam. And once he got past midfield, the only Ram that even remotely had a chance to tackle him was number 49, Claude Crabb. All right, here comes the extra point by Charlie Durkee. Dave Witzel to hold. There's the snap, placement, and the kick is good. Let's take a break with the New Orleans Saints leading the Rams 7-0 with 14:45 left in the first quarter on the Saints Radio Network.
It's the Old Pro fans with a heartfelt word of affection for the Neighborhood Tavern. It's a friendly spot, fans. It's a place of comfort and gracious hospitality. Always a great time there. And this month, there are extra special good times because it's National Tavern Month. Yes! Stop in soon, and I'll be there to assist in pointing out the beverage of celebration. Clearly, fans, tavern time is Falstaff time.
Any good time is Falstaff time. Falstaff beer. Right beer anywhere. Falstaff beer. Brewed with special care. Smooth and golden, bright and clear. America's premium quality beer. Sing up now, the time is here for cool, refreshing Falstaff.
Tavern month and all through the year. Go for Falstaff. That's my beer brewed by the Falstaff Brewing Corporation.
When the tires are humming and the motor purrs and your car is eager and the thought occurs, every mile you drive going anywhere, you can drive in confidence 'cause Nashville's there. And it's great to know there's everything for you. New kinds of places, kinds of products, service too.
Something extra you're aware of, your car's been taken care of. You go trouble free right down the line from the happy motoring side.
Back Back in New Orleans, Saints up 7-0. Just 15 seconds elapsed in the opening period. John Gilliam, the second fastest man in the NFL this season, scores on the Saints' first ever touch of the football from 94 yards out. After the score, by the way, Saints special teams captain Eli Strand got into a brief exchange with the Rams' Maxie Bond, but the two were separated and no penalties were enforced. Charlie Durkee will now kick off for the Saints, and the ball is out tumbling in the air as the Rams' Wendell Tucker takes the ball near his own goal line and runs it out to his 10, 15, 20, cut to the 25, and stopped at his own 27-yard line. Here's the Rams starting offense. Jack Snow starts at split end. Former 49er Bernie Casey now starts at flanker. New Orleans native Billy Truax will be the tight end. The offensive line includes Joe Corolla, Tom Mack, Ken Inman at center, Joe Schiavelli, and Charlie Cowan. Les Josephson, the halfback, Dick Bass at fullback, and veteran Roman Gabriel starting at quarterback. Saints defense in just a moment as Gabriel breaks the huddle and calls signals. There's the snap, looking to throw, and he hits Billy Truax down for a 7-yard pickup to the 34-yard line. Second down and 3. Gabriel gets the snap and hands off to Tommy Mason for 1 yard. Tommy Mason, a product of Tulane, is heavily taped up on one of his legs as a precaution from off-season knee surgery and is not expected to play that often today. Third down and 2. Gabriel looks to throw, and it's incomplete. And they'll have to punt. Let's quickly mention now the Saints defense. Defensive ends are Jim Garcia and veteran Doug Atkins. The defensive tackles are rookie Dave Rowe from Penn State and veteran Earl Leggett. The linebacking core includes Jackie Burkett, Fred Whittingham, and Steve Stonebreaker, who has become a real fan favorite here. The quarterbacks are George Rose and Dave Witzel. Safeties are Jimmy Heidel from Ole Miss and Obert Logan wearing 0. The Rams now punt. There's the ball. It goes downfield. The ball sails and is fair caught by the Saints at their own 27-yard line by Flea Roberts. On comes the Saints offense, led by quarterback Billy Kilmer from UCLA. Tim Taylor will be at fullback. Tom Barrington from Ohio State will be at halfback, though he can play both backfield positions rather well. Ray Ogden will be at split end, Flea Roberts at flanker, Kent Kramer at tight end, and the offensive line is made up of Ray Rismiller, Jake Cupp, Joe Wondrowski from the University of Illinois, Dale Williams, and Bill Sandeman. Midway through the first quarter as Kilmer takes the snap, hands off to Taylor for looks like a 1-yard gain on the play. Second down and 9. As Kilmer backpedals looking for Ogden and is incomplete. On that route, now it will be third down and 9. Kilmer looks to throw, and he hits Flea Roberts downfield for a gain all the way to the 38-yard line and a first down for the Saints. We'll call it an 11-yard gain. The Rams defense looks like this. Defensive line known as the Fearsome Foursome with Deacon Jones, Merlin Olsen, Roger Brown, and Lamar Lundy. The linebackers are Maxie Bond, Myron Podius, and Jack Pardee. The quarterbacks are Clancy Williams and Irv Cross. The safeties Chuck Lamson and veteran Ed Meter. The Saints offense was abruptly stopped by the Rams defense on the next 3 plays. Fourth down for the Saints at their own 46-yard line as Tom McNeil comes on to punt. There's the snap. McNeil gets off a boomer as the ball rolls and is stopped down all the way at the Rams' 3-yard line. The crowd continues to roar with excitement as the Rams will take over when we come back. It's 7-0 Saints midway through the first quarter.
When the tires are humming and the motor bursts and your car is eager and the thought occurs that it's good to be alive in this land of ours. Good to drive in this land of ours. What a great, great feeling, what a wonderful sense of sheer enjoyment and of confidence. For there's something you're aware of, your car's been taken care of. That's the SO sign of confidence. That's the happy motoring sign.
the old pro fans, old Scoop himself, with the inside angle on the big doings at the local pub. Yes, fans, it's National Tavern Month, by golly. Stop in soon for an extra warm welcome and partake of the friendly hospitality, the prompt and courteous service, and fans, don't forget to order full staff. I mean, after all, tavern time for any good time. Remember that magic rule.
Any good time is Falstaff time. Falstaff beer, right beer anywhere. Falstaff beer, brewed with special care, smooth and golden, bright and clear. America's premium quality beer. Sing out loud, the time is here for cool, refreshing Falstaff.
I'll see you pubside, fans, as we go for Falstaff, brewed by the Falstaff Brewing Corporation.
We're back with under 5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Saints up 7-0. Rams take over on first down at their own 3-yard line. Gabriel with the snap, looking. It's Josephson out of the backfield, running to the 15, 20, and stopped at the 23-yard line for a Ram first down. Rams come back to the line. Gabriel hands off to Dick Bass. Bass slips one tackle off left side, dashes to the 30, and is stopped all the way down to the 36-yard line for another first down on a gain of 13 yards. The Rams would punt the ball away, but the Saints couldn't do anything with their next possession. So the Saints punted back to the Rams' 32-yard line. The Rams would use up almost all the remaining first quarter clock as Dick Bass and Les Josephson gradually moved the ball downfield, along with a 20-yard reception by Bernie Casey. We rejoin the action with the Rams down to the Saints' 3-yard line on third down with less than a minute to go in the first quarter. Third down and goal from the 3. Gabriel back to pass, looking. Here comes Garcia around the side and forces Gabriel to throw errantly, and the pass is incomplete. Jim Garcia out of Purdue University started his career with the Cleveland Browns in 1965 before joining the Giants in 66, to which the Saints got him in the expansion draft. Good play on that side. Bruce Gossett now comes on for a 10-yard field goal attempt. Here's the snap. The kick is up, and it is good. As the south end zone crowd fights for the ball, we'll take a timeout with the Saints on top 7-3 with 37 seconds left in the first quarter. Back in a moment.
Attention fact finders. It's the old pro with the historical word on a bit of traditional Americana. The neighborhood tavern, fans, is long a favorite community gathering place. Bracing company, gracious hospitality, stellar refreshment. Truly, it's a valued part of our American scene and worthy, you'll agree, of a salute throughout this month of May, National Tavern Month. Let's meet soon at the old neighborhood pub, and you'll know how to call them, won't you, for Christmas, man? Yeah. Tavern time is Falstaff time.
Any good time is Falstaff time. Smooth and golden, bright and clear, so always ask for Falstaff.
And the brewery? Well, it's the Falstaff Brewing Corporation.
Saints up 7-3. Gossett kicks downfield to Gilliam at his own 3-yard line, taking it upfield to the 10, 15, 20, 25, to the 35, and finally tackled at the 37-yard line. The remainder of the first quarter went quietly as this drive would continue into the second quarter. The drive would end on a Saints punt. Afterwards, the Rams and Saints would exchange punts. We now pick up the action roughly early in the second quarter with the Rams at the New Orleans 45-yard line.
The Rams with the ball, first down and 10 at the New Orleans 45. Gabriel back to pass, looking for Jack Snow, and he caught it, and he's going down the field, turning all the way to the 16-yard line for a first down. Rams break the huddle. Gabriel hands off to Tommy Mason, straight ahead for 2 yards, 2nd and 8 at the 14. However, we got a penalty flag down after the play. It appears the Saints will get some kind of 15-yard penalty for either personal foul or unsportsmanlike. We can't tell from this angle, but the officials are marching it down to the New Orleans 7-yard line. We'll try to clarify what the foul was later. First and goal from the 7. Gabriel looking towards Bernie Casey, and he dropped the ball in the end zone. Second and goal. Gabriel stepping back, looking for Snow, and the pass is deflected and knocked down by Brian Schweda, number 60. All-important third and goal from the 7. Now, Gabriel looking under a lot of pressure, and Schweda tackles him. Schweda tackles him behind the line at the 14. The crowd shows its approval as Schweda just stepped right into the backfield, forcing Gabriel down. Gross Gossett comes back on to try a 21-yard field goal attempt. There's the snap, the kick is up, and it's good. It's now a 1-point lead for the Saints. 7-6 with 8:44 left in the first half. We'll be back in a moment on the Saints Radio Network.
As smooth as a tiger in motion, that's SO Extra. Blended to deliver smooth performance from a cold engine. With more smoothness ingredients than most other gasolines. Get your engine purring with SO Extra.
The next drive, the Saints, after a touchback, started at their own 20-yard line. They would move to the Rams' 37-yard line, where the key play was a Jim Taylor 11-yard reception and a first down to the Rams' 47. We'll go back to the action as Charlie Durkee tries a 43-yard field goal. Just under 4 minutes left in the half, Durkee comes back for a 43-yard field goal attempt. There's a snap, Witzel hold, and the kick is up, and it is good. 3:46 showing on the first half clock. The Saints expand their lead 10-6 as the south end zone crowd is still fighting for that football. A punt exchange would follow the field goal. We pick up the action late in the first half with the Rams ball on their own side of the field. Rams from their own 27-yard line, 1st and 10. Gabriel pitches to Dick Bass, running to the 30, the 35, the 40, and stopped at the Ram 45-yard line, and another first down. Dick Bass is a slippery runner, and if you watch him enough, you'll know he likes to spin while he runs as a way to make tacklers miss him, a trick he learned from the late Willie Gallimore of Chicago Bear fame. After a brief loss, the Rams would be penalized 15 yards for holding back to their own 25-yard line as we pick up the action once again. As we now have less than 2 minutes to go, the Rams are in a bit of a pickle right here at their own 25. Gabriel takes the snap, looking deep, and finds Casey open downfield, running all the way down past the 30 to the Saints' 22-yard line for a 48-yard gain. What an incredible pass and catch under tight pressure. 1st and 10 for the Rams. Gabriel looking to throw again. Hits Casey down the middle all the way to the Saints' 2-yard line as the Rams call timeout and are now threatening to score. 9 seconds left in the first half. Gabriel back under center, takes the snap, runs left, looking to throw. Cuts back towards the middle. Charging from the end zone, and he has it. Touchdown Rams. Gabriel must have run about 20 yards just to get a total of 2. But it works, and now the Rams have the lead, with 1 second remaining in the half on a 7-play drive. Here's Gossett's extra point, and it is good. The Rams' final kickoff at the first half was negligible as the half ended. That's the end of the first half with the score, the Los Angeles Rams 13, the New Orleans Saints 10. We'll be back on the Saints Radio Network after this break.
Falstaff, the clear beer from St. Louis, brings you cream from London.
Falstaff, the first maker. Falstaff, the first maker. The beer that can slay any thirst, any thirst. The beer you reach for first when you want to quench your thirst. Falstaff, the first maker. Falstaff, the first maker. Falstaff.
the tires are humming and the motor purrs, and your car is eager and the thought occurs. Every mile you drive going anywhere, you can drive your confidence cause and so there. And it's great to know there's everything for you. New kinds of places, kinds of products, service too.
Something extra you're aware of, your car's been taken care of. You go trouble-free right down the line from the happy motoring side.
It's halftime at Tulane Stadium with the Saints losing to the Rams 13-10. This is Maury McGill, and today's halftime includes many performances from pregame with Al Hurt and his band, the Hines Junior College High Steppers, along with the Jolly Bunch Social and Pleasure Club with Queen Marion Shelby. There will also be a hot air balloon launch from midfield, along with lots and lots of small balloons, which we understand is a favorite of Commissioner Pete Rozelle. There was a bit of an accident on the field as the hot air balloon scheduled to take off had a split in it and went adrift towards part of the bleachers near an end zone corner. No one appears to be hurt, so that is good news. Ironically, the song Our Hurt was playing was Up, Up, and Away. Let's go down to the field and catch a little bit of halftime. We'll be back with the second half kickoff right after this break on the Saints Radio Network.
For man-sized pleasure, this is the one. Get pleasure, false that size, the most refreshing beer a thirsty man can pour. Yet light enough to leave room for more.
Man-sized pleasure, every premium quality Falstaff you pour. Falstaff always takes extra care to make the finest beer possible, even to cascading every brew over the Falstaff chilling tower, instantly icing down each brew to protect that famous premium quality taste every step of the way, till it's safely capped in and you're ready to enjoy it. Satisfying to your man-sized thirst, light enough to leave room for more.
For man-sized pleasure, this is the one. Premium quality Falstaff beer.
As smooth as a tiger in motion, that's SO Extra. Blended to deliver smooth performance from a cold engine. With more smoothness ingredients than most other gasolines. Get your engine purring with SO Extra.
Getting ready to kick off is Charlie Durkee, who throughout the first half has probably been acting more like a cheerleader than the fine young men and women who volunteered to do so with the Shakers. He's quite an emotional guy, to say the least. Saints will start the second half by kicking towards the south end zone, and here we go. Durkee kicks off, and the second half is underway as Irv Cross returns the ball from his own 5-yard line up to the 10, 15, 20, 25, cuts to the 30, 35, 40, and then he fumbles the ball. There's a mad dash, and the Saints recover. The Saints recover. George Harvey made the recovery, an offensive tackle, and the Saints will take over at the Rams' 41-yard line. Listen to this crowd go crazy. First and 10 for the Saints. Kelmer back to pass. Complete to Flay Roberts to the 33-yard line. Second down and 2. Penalty flags are flying. Let's see. And it appears to be an offsides against the Rams. So that will give the Saints a first down and 10 at the Rams' 28. First and 10. Kilmer throws to Taylor, and Taylor is immediately met by Rams' Jack Pardee for a 3-yard loss. Second and 13. Kilmer looking to throw again, this time downfield to Kent Kramer, a tight end, to the 20, and then breaks free and runs to the 16-yard line for a first down. First and 10. Kilmer hands off to Taylor, but he'll only get 1 yard out of that one. Second and 9. Kilmer dropping back under pressure, and he is tackled for a loss. Tackled for a loss by defensive lineman Roger Brown, part of the new fearsome foursome, as some people calling it, with the retirement of Rosie Greer, and that will be a 3-yard loss. Third and 12. Kilmer looking to throw, launches it downfield and incomplete. That brings up fourth down, and Charlie Durkee comes out to try a 25-yard field goal attempt. There's the snap. Wetzel's hold is clean, and the kick is good. Well, Saints have tied the score at 13-all with 11:20 left to go in the third quarter. We'll be back on the Saints Radio Network after this.
It's the Old Pro fans reporting that a party-sized welcome mat now graces the threshold of the old neighborhood pub. You know why? Because it's May, fans, and May is National Tavern Month. Be a participant in this gala celebration, you might as well call it, because there's good company, soothing hospitality, and full-staff beer. That's full-staff, spelled F-A-L-S-T-A-F-F. Wait a minute now. There's 2 F's in there, that's right. Ask for it by name.
Any good time is Falstaff time. Smooth and golden, bright and clear. So always ask for Falstaff.
See you Pubside fans as we go for Falstaff. That's our beer. And fans, it's brewed by the Falstaff Brewing Corporation.
The Rams' following drive resulted with a punt. John Gilliam would touch the ball at his own 24-yard line, only to lose 6 yards. That was followed by Kilmer being sacked for losses of 9 and 8 yards on subsequent plays. The Saints would eventually have to punt with Tom McNeil standing in his own end zone with less than 9 minutes to go in the third quarter. Saints have fourth down and about 27 yards to go. McNeil waiting for the punt, standing in his own end zone. There's the snap, and he drops the ball under a heavy rush. McNeil takes off, running down the left sideline, trying to get a first down, and is forced out at his own 18-yard line, where the Rams will take over. First and 10, Rams at the Saints 18. Gabriel takes the snap, can't find anyone open, so he runs to the right side, and he looks to have about 5 yards on the play. Second and 5 from the 13. Gabriel hands off to Dick Bass. Bass takes off around right guard. He's at the 10, the 5, touchdown Rams. Dick Bass continued to show how hard he is to tackle and has given the Rams the lead again. Here's Goss's kick, and it's good. So timeout with 7:07 to go in the third. Rams back on top, 20-13. Back in a moment on the Saints Radio Network.
As smooth as a tiger in motion. That's SO Extra. Blended to deliver smooth performance from a cold engine. With more smoothness ingredients than most other gasolines. Get your engine purring with SO Extra.
The Saints would get the ball back on the ensuing kickoff, but the drive stalled at midfield, so they punted back to Los Angeles. During the quarter, Saints defensive back George Rose and Rams receiver Bernie Casey had to be separated. Some felt the Rams were picking on Rose because of double coverage on the other side of the field. After said punt, the Rams got the ball at their own 17-yard line. That drive started with a pass interference penalty on Saints' Dave Witzel to move the ball to the Rams' 39. Later, Gabriel passed to Les Josephson for 11 yards and the first down to the Saints' 45. We now pick up the drive at that point late in the third quarter. The Rams are in good position now to take firm control of this game. First and 10 at the New Orleans 45. Gabriel back to pass, looking downfield, and has Josephson all the way down, past the 30 to the 23-yard line, and another first down. Excellent example of ball control by this solid Rams offense. First and 10. And Josephson takes the handoff to the 20 and down to the 16-yard line for a 7-yard gain, and that will end the quarter. We played 3 here at Tulane Stadium, and the Rams have the lead 20-13 over the Saints, and we'll be back after this break on the Saints Radio Network.
Falstaff, the clear beer from St. Louis, brings you cream from London.
When you want to quench your thirst, Falstaff, the first maker. Falstaff, the first maker.
Back here at Tulane Stadium, start of the fourth quarter. Rams up 20-13. And they have the ball 2nd and 3 at the Saints 16. Gabriel back to pass, looking for Bass, and it's dropped. It was in his hands, and it simply slipped through. That makes it 3rd and 3. Gabriel back to pass, calling for Josephson in the end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown. Les Josephson caught the pass over Jackie Burkett's head, and the Rams extend the lead to 26-13 as we wait for the point after. Gossett's kick is up and good. We'll take another break with the score, the Rams 27, the Saints 13, on the Saints Radio Network.
When the tires are humming and the motor purrs, and your car is eager and the thought occurs, every mile you drive going anywhere, you can drive in confidence, 'cause Esco's there. And it's great to know there's everything for you. New kinds of places, kinds of products, service too.
Something extra you're aware of, your car's been taken care of. You go trouble-free right down the line from the happy motoring side.
With a little over 14 minutes left in the contest, the Rams are making things rather difficult on the Saints as the Los Angeles squad leads 27-13. Gilliam and Roberts are back deep as Gossett boots, and it's an onside kick. There's a scramble for the ball near the Saints' 40-yard line, and the Rams have it. What a sneaky call by Rams coach George Allen, and the Rams can eat up more clock now with a 1st and 10 at the Saints' 43-yard line. That's understandably drawing many catcalls from the stands, as you can hear. 1st and 10, Gabriel back to pass, dumps it short to Bass. Bass runs downfield, knocking off tacklers with his spinning run to the 30, the 25, the 20, 15, and finally stopped at the Saints' 13-yard line for another Rams first down. Absolutely incredible what this runner can do. At that point, the Rams' drive bogged down, and they attempted another field goal. Bruce Gossett comes out once again, this time to try a 27-yard field goal. There's the snap, the kick is up, and it is no good. He missed it wide. Thank heavens are little miracles. We'll take a break. Rams still lead 27-13 as we approach the midway point of the fourth quarter on the Saints Radio Network.
Attention, beer drinkers. It's the old crow, the innkeeper's helper, right? Saying that the merry month of May is National Tavern Month. I'll be there to join all my fans in a coast-to-coast toast to the friendliest place in town. Why, what a grand chance to meet again with old companions. Enjoy heartwarming hospitality and cooling refreshment. That's Falstaff, fans. Stop in, then go, go, go for America's premium quality beer.
Any good time is Falstaff time. Falstaff beer, right beer anywhere. Falstaff beer, brewed with special care, smooth and golden, bright and clear. America's premium quality beer. Sing up now, the time is here for cool
and it's brewed by that Full-Step Brewing Corporation.
The Saints would get the ball back at their own 20 following the missed field goal, but the Saints couldn't get out of their own half of the field due to the following. The Saints need to score in urgent fashion to have any chance of winning today's game. Kilmer takes the snap, looking downfield, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Chuck Lamson at the Saints 46, and he takes it back and is tackled at the Saints 35-yard line. You can see the frustration in Kilmer's face after that one. The Rams would move down to the Saints 19, but a penalty would move them back to the 23-yard line. At this point, another field goal attempt was tried. Under 5 minutes left to go in the game, and the Rams will try a 23-yard field goal attempt. Bruce Gossett waits for the snap. There it is. The ball is down, and the kick is blocked. Dave Witzel came around the right side and blocked it, and the Saints will take over at the 23-yard line. So there's still hope, Saints fans. Good specialty teams play by the veteran, formerly of the Chicago Bears, who has an appropriate nickname, the Great Thief. We'll be back with the Saints on offense, down 27-13. This is the Saints Radio Network.
When the tires are humming and the motor purrs, and your car is eager and the thought occurs that it's good to be alive in this land of ours. Good to drive in this land of ours. What a great, great feeling, what a wonderful sense of sheer enjoyment and of confidence. For there's something you're aware of, your car's been taken care of. That's the SO sign of confidence. That's the happy motoring sign.
Time is now becoming the Saints' biggest enemy, and it now takes under 3 minutes to go. Kilmer starting from his own 23. 1st and 10. There's a snap, and he hits Gilliam down the side for about 6 yards to the 29. 2nd and 4. The Saints are hurrying up. Kilmer back to pass, looking, and he hits Tom Hall for a first down to the Saints' 48-yard line. The crowd continues to stay in this game on this monumental day in sports history of New Orleans. 1st and 10, Kilmer again, and he finds an open man in Tom Hall. Again for about 14 yards downfield to the Rams 38 and another first down. 38 yards from pay dirt. Kilmer again under center. He's under a heavy rush, and he takes off with the ball, running to the 30, to 25, 20, 15, and fumbles the ball. Fumbles at the 10-yard line. The ball bounces into the end zone, and the Rams recover for a touchback. Ed Meter has the ball in his hand. He kneels with it, and the Rams will take over with 1 minute and 50 seconds to go at their own 20-yard line. And now many of the diehard fans head for the exits. The Rams would then continue to eat up the clock by driving from their own 20-yard line to the Saints' 39, where Bruce Gossett missed the 47-yard field goal. The Saints would get the ball back one more time and drove from their own 20 to the Rams' 37, where the final turnover occurred. The Saints still trying to score, even though victory appears to have slipped from them. 1st and 10 from the Rams' 37-yard line. Kilmer back to pass, looking for Abramowitz, and it's intercepted. Intercepted by Irv Cross at the Rams' 21-yard line, and he's immediately tackled there. And for all intents and purposes, the Rams have won today's inaugural contest. The Rams would run out the clock from there, sealing the 27-13 victory. But it was near impossible to defeat the enthusiasm Saints fans presented that day in Grand Old Tulane Stadium. The final ticket count was 80,879, a record for opening day involving an expansion team's home crowd. We'll take one more break and close out after this.
What opened their eyes? What was the happy surprise? What made them all say, we noticed a big difference right away. What is that great golden feeling? Golden SO Extra.
It's a fact. In a survey among motorists trying Golden SO Extra, 82% reported an immediate improvement.
They like the feeling of buying the best. The feeling of power that beats all the rest. The feeling of leading in every way with the
the most advanced new fuel today. They got that great golden feeling from Golden Esso Extra. Developed by Esso Research for today's cars with their higher compression engines. It's in a class by itself. So if you want the most from your car, go get that great golden feeling from Golden Esso Extra.
For man-sized pleasure, this is the one. Get pleasure, false that size. The most refreshing beer a thirsty man can pour. Yet light enough to leave room for more.
Man-sized pleasure, every premium quality Falstaff you pour. Falstaff always takes extra care to make the finest beer possible. Even to cascading every brew over the Falstaff chilling tower, instantly icing down each brew to protect that famous premium quality taste every step of the way, till it's safely capped in and you're ready to enjoy it. Satisfying to your man-sized thirst, light enough to leave room for more.
For man-sized pleasure, this is the one. Premium quality Falstaff beer.
Back at Tulane Stadium, Rams 27, the Saints 13. Here's some final statistics. Rams outrushed New Orleans 170 to 125, outpassed them 292 to 174. The Saints led in return yardage 180 to 125, much of that on John Gilliam's opening run back of 94 yards. Gabriel was 17 of 37, no interceptions. Kilmer 19 of 40, 2 interceptions. Saints averaged 45 yards per punt, the Rams 44. Rams were penalized 66 yards, New Orleans 72. Kilmer led the Saints in rushing with 65 yards, Jimmy Taylor 13 for 38 yards. One funny point I'm reminded of was on one of Tom Barrington's 2 carries, he ran out of bounds and was almost bitten by Gumbo the mascot. Go figure. John Gilliam led the Saints in receiving with 4 receptions for 40 yards, Taylor 4 for 25, Tom Hall 5 for 63. For the Rams, Dick Bass led in rushing with 98 yards. Les Josephson had 41. Bernie Casey had 4 receptions for 107 yards, and Josephson 5 for 78. So that wraps up today's broadcast of this, the first of many, many New Orleans Saints football games, and hopefully many wins in the near future. On behalf of all of us here over the Saints Radio Network, which of course includes our flagship station, WWL Radio 870, and its general manager, William Dean, this is Al Wester. For all of us on the Saints Radio Network, thank you and have a pleasant day.